Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Friday Gear Show. Now, climbing helmets are undoubtedly essential. If you're looking to climb outdoors, then you need to be buying one. But with so many different models on the market, a new helmet has got to have something a bit special in order to stand out. So today, we are checking out the Singing Rock Hex and seeing if it's got the X factor. Climbing is inherently a dangerous sport, and if you're using a rope either at the crag or in the mountains, then you need to be picking a helmet up in order to keep yourself safe, and that counts for sport climbing as well. You just need to take a look at our shop to see how many different types of helmets there are, but I reckon you can break it down into 3 categories. You've got your budget helmet. Now, this is the helmet for someone who perhaps isn't using it that often or wants a second helmet for a friend. These are often quite heavy, but relatively cheap. And the ventilation is usually on the poor side because it's a budget helmet. You get what you pay for. If you step things up a little bit more, then, well, you pay more, but you get more. Lighter helmets with better materials and more ventilation throughout it means it's a more comfortable wearing experience. The step above that is something super light like the Petzl Scirocco 2. This thing is with space-age materials, loads of venting, but is it pricey? Now, the Singing Rock Hex, it tries to do something a little bit different. It hits that intermediate price range, but has an insane amount of ventilation. So, how does this stack up? It's designed to be lightweight and it's got tons of vents, as you can see, 35 in total, but it's the price that's super interesting. Around about €52 on the EpicTV shop. So it's a lightweight helmet at more of a budget price. Who are Singing Rock? Well, their production and the offices are based in the Czech Republic, a country famous or infamous for their terrifying sandstone towers. They're protected just by spaced ring bolts or knotted ropes. For me, the standout feature on this helmet is those 35 vents. That's 108 square centimeters of air in this thing. So when things get hot, this should keep you cool. It looks a bit like a honeycomb and it gives it its unique and, in my opinion, stylish looks. It's nice to see Singing Rock put so much effort into the design of this helmet. It has a durable EPP and ABS shell to protect against falling objects, and in Singing Rock's own words, repeated impact force. Let's get more specific about that, because according to the EN12492 standard, it can take 2 direct hits in the same place from a 5 kilogram load at 2 meters up, and that's a tough helmet. On the inside of the helmet is adjustable and removable foam padding, so easy to clean. There's a simple clip chin strap underneath and a rotating dial on the back in order to expand and shrink the helmet to fit your head size. But none of this is particularly groundbreaking, but it works really well, and I've seen other companies try to make these systems more complicated and mess it up. Look, if it works, keep it, in my opinion. Mountain climbing involves alpine starts, getting up before the dawn to ensure good conditions on the route, but for that you need a helmet to be head torch compatible, and of course the Hex is. It's got this straps elastic system on the back which secures the back of the head torch. Now interestingly, this attaches upwards rather than downwards on some helmets that perhaps I'm more used to. Not a big deal, just worth remembering because it might be a bit fiddly until you get used to that design. At the front, there are these beautiful built-in clips for the front of your head torch. Now, with other helmets, they kind of flap around on the outside occasionally. For example, with this Petzl Borea, you can see it's just added on to the outside. With Singing Rock, it's incorporated into the outside design of the helmet, and I think that gives it a really cool, streamlined look. And it works well. They're nice and big and chunky, and you can get it on even if you're wearing gloves. The Hex weighs 300 grams in medium, and that is lightweight, but there are lighter helmets out there. For example, the Boreo weighs 285 grams, but the Hex isn't trying to be some kind of lightweight superhuman helmet. Light helmets mean less durability, usually, and this thing is designed to take on multiple sports and therefore take a bit of abuse. So what you lose in weight, you gain in toughness. Can you use the Singing Rock Hex for skiing? Kind of. Singing Rock reckon it's best for ski mountaineering, and that's because the tests for skiing helmets are different from climbing and mountaineering ones, so they can't technically recommend it for piste. But because of the venting, because of how comfortable it is, I would definitely wear it up in the mountains with skis on my feet. Just wear a proper skiing helmet if you're on the piste. I find helmets tend to go into two categories. The ones that take themselves uber seriously and the ones that are a bit more fun with their design. And for me, the Singing Rock helmet falls into that category. It looks incredible, but it has got the technical capabilities to back it up. If you take helmets of this price range, and consider something like, we keep talking about it, but the Boreo, and I just think this is so much more of an interesting design. If you're going to pick something that's a bit of a crowd pleaser, head turner, then the Singing Rock Hex has that in spades. It's just a cool looking helmet. Now, it does look a little bit funny on me, I will admit, but that's because I've got a weird shaped head. It's absolutely tiny, and not all helmets do look good on me. And perhaps that's the point about the Hex, because I think it is a bit of a Marmite helmet. You're going to love the design of it, that honeycomb feature, or you're going to think it's a bit much and a bit silly. It's really up to you and how you approach these things. But I have really enjoyed using this, climbing, ski mountaineering, paragliding sometimes. So it's been a helmet that has stayed in my kit bag. Of course, you can pick up the Singing Rock Hex in the EpicTV shop in a variety of different colours. And let me know in the comments down below what you think of this helmet. What is your favourite all-rounder? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.